All right, beautiful people, this time we are going to deal with new type of pattern. Basically, I wouldn't say it's new. We are combining type 1 and type 2. That's all actually. So let's try to understand here. This is our type 1 pattern, if you recall, and this is our type 2 pattern. And if you combine both of them, it looks like this, something like this, okay? And then we are eliminating the, similar kind of rows, and we are using only one instead of twos. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 was twice, but we're just using them once. So basically at first you are increasing from like 1, 1 to 1 to 3, and then you are decreasing 1, 2, and 1. Okay, so let's see whether we can do it. At first we'll go back to our type 1, and then we'll add type 2, and then we'll go step by step. And if we can solve this problem, then we're going to be able to solve these kind of pattern as well, because they are exactly similar. So we are focusing on the first one. Okay, so let's go back and let's try to stick with first a very simple one, something we are already familiar. So we'll go back to this 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. I'm sure you can do this. So first of all, the outer loop is going to run until the row numbers we need. So focus on this one. We are going to run 3 times if the user gives us 3 for the value of n. And then we are going to run it until the number of rows. So for the first row, we need 1 column. For the second row, we need 2 columns. So the column number depends on the row number. Okay. And then we're going to print the column value each time because the column value change. Okay, so let me compile and run. This is something I'm not going to explain that much because we have done it earlier. Okay, so let's compile and run, and let's see the output here. So if I give here, let's say 3, we can see we have 1, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, I hope it's familiar to you. Now let's combine this. We can take it to the other way. So this time I'm going to copy and paste. As I said, there are several ways to solve this kind of problem. Even inside one outer loop, I could solve all these pattern that we have here, to be honest, but let's make it very simple. So now that we have done this part, let me just focus on the next one here. So what do I want this time? This time I want it the other way. So this time I want 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then 1. This is also something we have done earlier, right? And if you recall, let me just copy and paste here. I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to paste it because we are now doing a different kind of pattern, this one. So we are separating them. So this one is responsible for 1, 2, 3, this one. And then now the next one is going to be responsible for doing this. So let's focus on here. Okay, so what do we need to do this time? If you recall, for this 1, 2, 3, let me just copy and paste real quick. I think what I can do, I can copy this and then paste it down below so that it makes sense to you here. And let me just get rid of this from here. So this for loop is responsible for doing this. Okay, and then let me just copy and paste here down below, and let me just get rid of this as well. And now you know which loop is doing what. So now our target is doing something like this. Again, the row numbers is exactly same, but the column number here, we need to think something like how can we run 3 times for the first row. And this is something we already discussed. We're going to divide minus row number from the total number of rows, and then we're going to add 1. And this will basically give us here the value like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then 1. Now let me show you how basically this one is working here. So if I compile and run, and let's see whether it does work. Here, if I give 3, so now we can see we have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And now what we need to do, we need to eliminate one of them at least. So how can we do this? It's very simple. We can do it very easily. So let's do one thing. How can we get rid of the last one? Okay. So if I do something like this, if I get rid of this +1 from here, what is going to do for us? But the thing is, we need to reduce the number of rows, not the column. Okay. So again, let me compile and run, and let me explain you what basically I want to do here. Let me just clear it out for you. So here, let me just clear it out, and now let's focus again. So this time I'm going to run it again, and I will give 3. And as you can see, for the first loop, it's fine, completely fine. We need this. But for the second loop, for this one, we can start from 1, 2 instead of 1, 2, 3, because we do not need to repeat this existing thing. So we need to reduce the row numbers. So let's do that. What we can do, we can go back to our code. And here we can start from maybe this time row number 2. So let's compile and run. Let's see. As I said, there are several ways to solve this problem. So let's say if I give 3 this time, and you can see exactly what we're looking for. So let's try with another row numbers. This time we will try with 5, and you can see everything is completely working fine. You can try with different row numbers here, and you can play with this one. But as I said again here, one more important things. There are several ways to solve these kind of problems. So this is not the only way to solve this problem, okay? So let's go back. Now let's say if you want to do something like this, how you're going to do this. So first 1, and then 2, 2, then 3, 3. So let's focus on 1 at a time. So what do we want to do here? Let me just copy and paste this, because maybe later on I need this solution for something else. Okay, so let's focus on this. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and this is something you already have done, right? If you recall. So basically we're printing the row values here. Let's do that for the first one. And for the next one, now we need 3, 3, 3, and then we need 2, 2, and then 1. Let's focus like this, and later on we can change the row numbers. So here, what we need to do, we have done something similar earlier, and let's focus on that one. So for the first time here, I can just copy and paste it. I think that should be all for now, because we are reducing the row number anyway. And here it will print us the value 333 twice for the first 3 times for the first row, then 222 for the second row, and then 1 for the third row. And this is something we already tested out earlier. So let's compile and run. If I give 3 this time, and you can see it's completely fine, it's working. Now what about the other pattern? Can you solve them? If you modulus by 2, then you will find this. So for the even number we need to print 0, for the odd number we need to print 1. I'm sure you can do this. What about the ABC? You need to use %C in order to print the character, and then you need to add plus 64 with that, and something you can do for sure. What about this asterisk? It's the simplest one, and I'm sure you can do it quite easily. What about the hash one, this character? Of course, if you can do this, you can do this as well, because we have done something similar earlier, so I'm not going to repeat that. So let's enjoy, and let's try to solve all of them by yourself now.